Okay, so find each product. Now the key here is to make sure you recognize that they're binomials. Okay, recognize that you have two binomials that you are multiplying. You know you're multiplying because the parentheses touch. Okay, see that? So if they're touching parentheses, you multiply. So x plus 2 times x minus 6. Okay, you go x times x first. All right, I'm going to show all my work this time. Outsides is plus x times negative 6. Insides plus 2 times x. And then last ones plus 2 times negative 6. Okay, so first terms, outside terms, inside terms, last terms. FOIL. Do those multiplications. All right, x times x gives you x squared. X times negative 6 gives you negative 6x. 2 times x gives you 2x. 2 times negative 6 gives you negative 12. And then in the middle you have what?
You add
like terms. So x squared minus 4x plus 12. And that's it. My bad. Yeah, head it. For a problem like this, that first line, that first FOIL line is considered, to me, is considered your work line. What I do recommend, though, while you do this, is as you go, draw these arrows. Do that. Keeps it in line, okay? So 2y times 3y, 6y squared. Now go to your next one. 2y times 5, 10y. Now go underneath. Notice how the sign goes with on negative 7. Everybody see that? Everybody good? Okay, so negative 7 times 3y, negative 21y. Negative 7 times 5 gives you negative 35. I want to see that line. Okay, show me that line. Because your next line, you had to combine your like terms. Like such. Okay. Because if you go straight from here to here and you mess up, it's going to be a lot worse than if you show me this line here. Okay. So 4a times 2a, 8a squared. 4a times negative 9, negative 36a. Negative 5 times 2a, negative 10a. Negative 5 times negative 9 is plus 45. Make sure you remember your sign rules on those. Alrighty. Combine your like terms in the middle. 8a squared minus 46a plus 45. Okay, go ahead. I want to see how you guys do this one first. Alright, all by yourselves. What's 6x plus 5? What is that? 6x plus 5 is starts with a B. A binomial, very good. 2x squared minus 3x minus 5 is a trinomial. Okay, now, it may have seemed subtle at the time, but some of the most important words I said this lesson was foiling is a technique to multiply what? That's the title of the section, multiplying polynomials. Foiling is multiplying binomials. Two binomials. Specific to two binomials. Not just add two binomials or you want to the other things. FOIL only works on two binomials. Okay? So watch my finger. See? If you went first, you would do 6x times 2x squared. Right? Then you go outside, you would do 6x times negative 5. What'd you miss? The negative 3x. Okay? Then you go inside, 5 times 2x squared, I guess. And then you go last, 5 times negative 5. What else did you miss? The 5 times the negative 3x. You got to multiply every term inside the binomial times every term inside the trinomial. Okay? It's not there's no technical term for it. I call it triple-double distributing. Ooh, yeah. All right. So you see that? Yeah. You distribute the 6x 3 times. You distribute the 5 3 times. Triple, double. It's like the only basketball reference I have all class, like ever. Okay? All right. So you make sure you multiply each term in that binomial times each term in that trinomial. So then you go in order. 6x times 2x squared gives you 12x to the third. 6x times negative 3x gives you negative 18x squared. 6x times 5 gives you negative 30x. 5 times 2x squared gives you 10x squared. 5 times negative 3x gives you negative 15x. 5 times negative 5, negative 25. Okay. Last thing to do is what, always? Like terms. Okay, we already distributed. So we got like terms, but as your polynomials increase, the number of like terms you had to collect increases as well, most cases. Okay? So 12x cubed, that's the only 12x cubed term we got. Here it looks like we got 2x squared terms, right? Negative 18, positive 10, which gives us what? Negative 8 x squared. A negative 30x and a minus 15x to give us negative 45x. Minus 25 tagging along at the end there. Six y to the fourth minus y cubed minus 14y squared plus 11y minus 2. Okay? That's as big as they'll come. Alrighty? That's as big as they'll come. A try times a trinomial, alright? You're not going to do like, 4 terms times 4 terms, or I mean, you might do a binomial times something with 4 terms, maybe, but doubtful. Okay? Typically they don't go bigger than trinomials times trinomials. Okay? Now, notice something too real quick. How many terms are in the trinomial?
3.
3. Okay? So how many terms in the work line here? How many terms right here?
6.
Count them.
9.
9. Okay? And how many terms in each of these?
2.
In each, there's what?
3.
3. What's 3 times 3?
9.
In your work line. Okay? Look at the last one. You got a binomial times a trinomial. Binomial has 2, trinomial has 3. What's 2 times 3? 6. Before we combine like terms, how many terms do you have? 6. It's not a coincidence. Alright? Should be the case every time. So if you know, you can check that, use that to see if you messed up or not. Alright? That is 8.3. Everybody good? Great. Moving on to 8.4, special products. I want you guys to do this one, okay? And I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to give you a warning, okay? If I give you this problem and you were a junior and you got it wrong, I would be, at this point in their lives, I would be insanely mad, okay? Because I have gone over this time and time and time again. You get it wrong. Today, this time right here,
It's fine.
I'm probably going to still show you that type of anger, just so you know how important this is to me, but I don't really mean it, okay? So I want everybody to try this one, see how you do, see what you get. Walking around, here's the main 2 answers I see. The main 2. Okay? Let's take a quick class poll. How many put 9x squared plus 30x plus 25? I already know that answer, or at least what should be. Three. How many put the top one? Here, I'll make it easy. Pretty much everyone. Okay? Now, like I said, if you got this wrong as a junior, I'll go irate. It's a good thing you're not juniors. Okay? Those of you that put 9x squared plus 25, I have a question for you. What's 7 squared? 49. How'd you get 49? 7 times 7, right? So how come you did this right, but you did this wrong? What are you squaring right here? 3x plus 5. Not 3x and 5, 3x plus 5. So when you square 3x plus 5, you take it times itself how many times?
Oh.
Which means you do what?
You do the little thing.
Foil! You foil! Okay, now, this is, without a doubt, one of the things in my Algebra 2 class. Miss Gunlock's walking by right now because she knows this drives me nuts. This drives me nuts. Okay? Drives me completely insane. Does anybody know why? Here, I got this question. Those of you that put this, what are you thinking?
Distribute the
Why are you thinking that though? What's triggering in your head? Why do you think that's what you do? Subconscious. What are you thinking? Bertelsmann. You're thinking yeah, exactly. You're thinking this. You're thinking 3x quantity squared. Which is true, where you square everything on the inside. Square 3 squared x, 9x squared. But 3x is what? Starts with an M. A monomial. 3x plus 5 is a what? Starts with a B. A binomial. They're two totally different things, two totally different sets of rules. Okay? So you have to know, you have to pay attention to when you're squaring a monomial versus when you're squaring a binomial. Squaring a monomial, you square everything inside. You take it times itself. It's the same thing as 7, right? 3x times 3x. 3 times 3 is 9. X times x is x squared. Same deal. That rule is what stays with everything, okay? 3x plus 5 quantity squared. 3x plus 5 times 3x plus 5. Except for them, once you have these two binomials lined up right here, you got to what? You got to FOIL, okay? These three were right. Because that's where that 30x comes from. The middle two foils. See that? 15x and 15x. Okay? That's all 8-4 is. Alright, so now we're going to do it a couple times. Okay? Now, let's see how we do now. This time, go. 8c plus 3d. Quantity squared. 3x plus 4y. Quantity squared. That's why you write it out twice. Okay? So 8c plus 3d times 8c plus 3d. And then FOIL. So 64 c squared times 24 cd plus 24 cd. That's the nice part. Those middle two will always be the exact same. All right? Plus 9d squared. Okay, 64c squared plus 48 cd plus 9 d squared. Second one, same way, 3x plus 4y times 3x, come on now, right. X plus 4y. 9x squared plus 12xy plus 12xy. I'm going to run out of room, so I'm going sideways. Plus, what, 16y squared? Alright, 483. 1 through 11 odd, and 8.4, which is 489, 14 through 17.